Virgo, happy new moon in Scorpio. I'm really proud of you. The grid behind me that we're going to talk about is for a Virgo rising, but my readings can always be watched by a Virgo sun as well as a Virgo moon to receive the vibrations. And I'm going to use some could possibly be triggering words, so I really want you to be cognizant going into this reading that I'm not projecting anything onto you, but if you've been through some heavy stuff, the feeling that I want to just offer some validation, it feels like you've gone through an incredible ego death, or as if you've gone through a rehabilitation, or maybe some of you have decided not to ingest spirits or have gone through a rehab of some kind. And I feel as though Saturn has been a big heavy hitter as well as Pluto. But right now, I really just want you to be as kind to yourself as possible. And maybe if you do anything for this new moon as far as manifesting or scripting, I would love for you to write out a little bit of who you are right now. I am honest, I am kind, I am healthy. Very, very general phrases, because we know that our words, spelling, they don't call it spelling for no reason. We're literally speaking our spells. And so what you say is, I am going to have a great day today. Done. I never find a parking spot in front of the supermarket. Done. It's going to be cloudy today. Done. Like, whatever you say is. And it's as effortlessly as stepping across the street. So I'll give a little bit of a why I'm saying this. So the sun and the moon, this new moon is happening in your third house of communication, early learning, and short trips. It's kind of like your immediate surroundings, but also how you learned the boundaries of your communication. When was the first time you learned a swear word? How did I learn if this was okay to say, if it wasn't okay? All these different types of parables kind of give us the compartment for how we communicate. And for your third house being run by Scorpio, there could have been some overbearing mother issues when you were growing up, possibly like a distant father who really didn't say too much. This does have a little bit of like some spooky, sexy energy when I was growing up, or maybe, I don't want to generally project this onto you, but it looks like mother might have had a little bit of narcissism within there, or there was just some things going on. It feels motherly over here. And right now we also have Pluto direct at the very last degrees at 28 degrees of Capricorn in your house of creativity, play, romance, childlike spirits, children, and joy. We have Saturn over here at 0 degrees of Pisces, right over here on your descendant sign. You are a mutable axis, Virgo rising. So mutable sign, mutable sign, mutable sign, mutable sign. So it's just, you're constantly ebbing and flowing. It's like you live on a cruise ship, basically. And so Saturn happening right in opposition of your ascendant signs, right on your descendant sign. Pluto right at 28 degrees. This over here, when Pluto was retrograde, we were talking about addictions. Saturn in Pisces is about addictions, just mental health, all different things, lots and lots and lots of water energy. And for your beautiful, mutable self, with the sun and the moon and Mars in the deep, dark, transformative sign of Scorpio, right over here in opposite of Uranus, over here retrograde in Taurus, and you're also quest, adventure, long distance travel. There's just imposter syndromes galore. There's so many different things that's saying, like, I can go back, you can go back to the way things were. I want to go back. Like, no. Someone who's fresh out of rehab isn't really concerned with thousands of things all at once. They're taking it step by step by step. You don't jump back into the dating pool after you're freshly sober. You buy a plant first. And then maybe you get a cat or a dog a few years later. You take it step by step by step. So just be kind to yourself. You're stepping like blinded by the light. Let it be. Go slow. Use I statements with more consideration, and take some time between action and reaction. There's a pause. Change that reaction to a response. Just because someone texted you doesn't mean you have to immediately respond back. If there is an emergency in the world, I promise you, you will find out about it. The person that needs you will call you. They will find you. It does not matter. It does not matter. Doesn't matter. But when we're in that fight or flight, That's the darkness. When we trust that we don't have to figure everything out, that we don't have to be in control of everything, that we don't have to be dictating everything. That's okay. That's okay. Pluto is now direct. Saturn is now direct. We're going to have Jupiter going direct later on in December. We are going to have Neptune going direct soon, and I think Uranus goes direct in January of 2024. So see a little bit of outer planets kind of crushing the relationships and more of the public life over here, where your internal life is getting affected right now. I am safe to be around. I'm honest. I am trustworthy. What are your values? This is your house of values. Venus over here in Libra. What are your top 5 values? Know them, love them, honor them. It was 555 when I said that, and I had my 5. Like, everything is connected. Because then when we have Venus conjunct the South Node, or even just Venus and the South Node together, resources for you. Relationships are drastically changing. A video for free on my YouTube. The Scorpio season introductory video. The introductory video for this new moon. There are so many. The November introductory video. I have many resources. Just me have many resources for you. There are infinite resources. Astrologers galore, Pam Gregory, the Energy Boutique, so many different beings that I myself have mentioned. South Node is what we're releasing. Venus, beautiful, lovely, wonderful, like very yin. This is in your house of money and values, but the South Node can convince you because it's familiar that it is right. No, we're going into the North Node, deep, transformative, death and rebirth, the Phoenix run house. This is where Chiron is. So if it feels awkward and a little bit, okay, I'll stay sober, I'll do it, I'll meditate, it's going to be great, it's going to be fine. And then it's like, oh, but this person reminds me of my ex who almost like burned down my house, took all of my savings, and that I have, blocked on every platform and a restraining order against them in certain counties. But I think this is the one. You see the difference? So please, like the title of the video, you've come out of the darkness. You're in the light. Stay in the light. It is slow in the light and can sometimes be boring in the light. Yeah. It's the same thing with sobriety. It's the same thing with leaving anything behind. Don't get me wrong. It's the same thing when you cut out sugar or gluten, or you eat organic. I would love to be able to go out to a restaurant and eat a normal meal. But you can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. So stay in the light, stay in your vibe. I'm proud of you. I know I've said before, like, there's no way you can fuck this up. There's no way you can mess it up. You can't mess it up if you tried. What's meant for you is looking for you. Yes. Yes. But the few things on this planet that you can't come back from, your soul will have to, eventually finish this human life and then come back again to learn the lesson, which, no judgment. A lot of people are choosing that path, and that's amazing. That's okay. I'm personally getting off of the mothership. This is my last human life. I've known that for a little while now, many years, and I'm super excited about it. So whenever something comes up that reminds me of the thing, say, okay, this is a really intense lesson and I'm here for it as a mystic. Let's go down the corridor a little bit and then you come back. But now we just face it and we just say, this is our opportunity to heal, to do things differently, and to stay within our integrity, stay within our value system, and not get dissipated, not get persuaded by the South Node. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the full moon for you. No, focus right here. Stay in the light. I love you.